Yo, this In the Streets with Keys. Hopefully you got a chance to check out my Thailand video. I definitely think it's one of the best places that you can travel. I know a lot of people get turned off by how long the flight is, so I just wanted to make this quick video to show you how I do it and maybe give you a couple tips to kind of like, make you feel at ease about taking that long flight, because it's worth it. So typically me and my friends pick our flights on Google Flights. We pick the cheapest time and just go. We try to pick one with like limited layover time. So don't be alarmed if you see a flight that got a little bit of a layover, because that gives you an option to explore that country right there. Now you got two countries for the price of one. And I saw a lot of countries like by doing this. The flights are kind of high. They kind of range around like the $1,200 price range. I mean, we used to fly there all the time for like $500 to $600, and I've done that flight a rack of times. I did it even 3 times in 1 year. So some of those layover spots might be like South Korea or Dubai, and they used to be China a whole lot, but right now they got some restrictions, so they don't do that right now. So I would just pick one with a country that you want to explore. And if you don't want to do that, at least you can get off and just stretch your legs for a little bit. So what people don't realize is when you take a flight that long, the planes are a lot bigger. So typically it's only like 3 seats on one side and 3 seats on the other side on most flights, like, domestic. But on like a big international flight, it's like 3 seats, 3 in the middle, and then 3 on the other side, or 4 in the middle. So it's a lot bigger plane. So you can get up, walk around, stretch your legs. The seats recline. They typically have movies and a screen in front of you. So it's a better experience all around. So some tips to try to make it a little bit better. I would advise you to stay up for 24 hours before you even get on that flight. I mean, the first time I did it, I had a good night's sleep and I stayed up the entire flight, and that sucked. The last time I did it, I didn't go to sleep for 24 hours. As soon as I got on the plane, I like passed out. Like, that was my 8 hours of sleep right then and there. So even after I got off the last flight, me and the homies was still tired. All of us was knocked out in our cab. The next tip would be to get some electronics. I don't care if you gotta buy a Nintendo Switch, an iPad, a laptop, man, buy whatever you gotta buy to make that go more smooth. So I had my iPad full of movies and shows, and I didn't really watch no shows like for the entire month leading up to it, so I can have a lot to do while I was on the plane. Most of those flights will have food and drinks and snacks and everything like provided for you, so that's not a problem. I try to eat a little bit light because I don't want my stomach messed up on a 16-hour flight, like one way. Like, nah, I ain't trying to do that. So I try to eat a little bit light and just try to keep it to a minimum, but they do have a bunch of food on there.
Got that chicken, bro. Protein, nigga.
I bet they ain't got no mumbo sauce.
Another tip would be whatever country that you're gonna lay over in, definitely make sure you check out the weather, because the first time we did it, we was planning for like 90-degree weather in Thailand, and we was gonna stop in China and go see the Great Wall of China. But when we got off for our layover, it was only 30 degrees there, and none of us was prepared for that, so that was kind of dead. So make sure you check the weather and wherever you're gonna lay over at. Make sure you wear something comfortable, like some sweatpants. You get a good pillow, like you get everything that's like comfortable to you, because you're gonna be sitting down for a long time. But once you're on the flight, nothing you can do about it. You on it and you just keep, you go. Another tip would be, if you're going with somebody else, one of y'all try to pick the aisle seat and one of y'all try to pick the window seat, and typically nobody gonna be in the middle with y'all, because typically people don't make a flight like that a long way by themselves. So it won't be nobody in the middle with y'all. So now you got a little bit more space to kind of put your stuff down, stretch your legs out, and that'll make it for like a better flight. So when you get off, you kind of got a decision to make. Like, do you want to take another flight to Phuket? Do you want to stay in Bangkok? Or do you want to go to like the main party spot, which I would recommend is Pattaya, but that's like a 2-hour ride. But it's a great time, and I'll probably make a video about that soon. So hopefully this short video kind of answered some of your questions, kind of put your mind at ease. So if it did, like, comment, subscribe, and come back later.